Today we've got some major news involving Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams and her ongoing divorce from Simon Guobadia. You won't believe the major victory she just scored court. For those of you who've been following this high-profile divorce, you know it's been a roller coaster for Porsha Williams, especially after recently experiencing the heartbreaking loss of a young family member. But despite the emotional strain, Porsha has secured a major win in her ongoing legal battle with her ex-husband Simon Guobadia. According to People, the court granted Porsha's request to quash Simon's subpoena and his request for a videotaped deposition of her employer, True Entertainment. Yes, the same company that produces The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This was a huge legal win for Porsha, as the judge also denied Simon's emergency motions related to discovery in their divorce case. And that's not all. 9/16, 10:59 a.m. Rabbit smile with horns, smile with horns. The court even ordered Simon to pay Porsha's attorney fees in connection with this legal fight. Talk about a power move. Porsha's legal team has really been working hard to defend her rights, and it's clear the judge sided with her in this instance. And we know she slept with a pool boy and had a whole baby. But that's besides the point. Addressing Guobadia's claims that Williams agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and wife during their marriage and forego her own career, the court found them to be invalid. The court did not, quote, find merit in his argument, as the court finds that the wife has been a reality TV star for years, which was well known to husband at the time of negotiating the prenuptial agreement. And the husband, nevertheless, married wife with his this knowledge. And she literally in her first of all, she did ultimate girls trip while they were married. And she literally said who said that Porsha Williams was returning to her house, but Porsha Guobadia will be. So she was really coming into this as Simon's wife, which says to me at the time they both agreed that she would return. They said after starring on Bravo's Housewives of Atlanta from seasons 5 to 13, Williams left, as you know, in September of 2021, 4 months after they announced their engagement on May 2021. Earlier this year, it was announced that she would be returning for the upcoming 16th season. In the couple's prenuptial agreement, it states that its central purpose is to avoid contested and expensive litigation, including the costly and potentially intrusive discovery process if an event of dissolution occurs. So literally what he's doing now goes against why they signed this prenuptial agreement. And he thought he was a slick one. Simon thought he was a slick one. The ruling reads that the court finds it, quote, undisputed by both parties that the prenuptial agreement at issue in this case was negotiated by the parties with very competent lawyers over a year length of time. So they took their time with this prenuptial agreement and included the exchange of financial disclosures such that the issues of fraud, mistake, misrepresentation, and duress are clearly addressed in multiple provisions of the prenuptial agreement. Essentially, the crux of the husband's argument could have been explicitly contained within the four corners of the parties' prenuptial agreement, and it was not. It continued. This is a major victory, People writes, for the RHOA star, bringing her to the final step of the divorce proceedings. So by the Housewives of Atlanta reunion, she probably will be divorced. Once the couple's prenuptial agreement is officially upheld by the court, Williams will be awarded her legal expenses by Guobadia and walk away a single woman. Because the document specifies that serving, conducting, or attempting to serve or conduct any discovery whatsoever, either upon, toward the other party, or upon, toward any third party, including written discovery, taking depositions, and issuing subpoenas violates the prenup. So all the antics that Simon has been trying to do legally, they're saying violates the prenuptial agreement, that they had to avoid this type of behavior. Williams contested Guobadia's actions and the court ruled in her favor. Williams filed for divorce, as you know, back in February after 15 months of marriage, and also saying be his piece on social media. A source told People the split was due to an ongoing matter. Williams listed their marriage as irretrievably broken. The two began the back and forth filing after disagreeing over the validity of their prenup. The occupancy of their marital home and Williams's financial standing, given her recent scripted development deal with NBC Universal, were also points of contention. In the midst of the legal battle, the reality TV personality slammed Simon Guobadia for making, quote, false statements and allegations that are intentionally misrepresenting the reality of the situation. Well, of course, Simon being Simon had a response on social media that I believe he's since deleted. But shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk that grabbed the screenshots. So he posted the People magazine article. And I will say, and we've said this countless times because, you know, we're fair here. We're not going to, you know, twerk on a fence with this. People magazine has always been used as a representation or an outlet utilized by Bravo and NBC Universal. That's why you see them get the exclusives all the time and the, whatever. So he reposted this and in the caption says, "When is People magazine going to realize that they are being used as a propaganda machine to propagate lies?" Here is an excerpt to the Fulton County judge's order. This matter is headed to the appellate court level and a major publication like People magazine is being used to propagate lies. A win is a stretch. Shaking my damn head. He then highlights a portion of what was said in the court. Well, of course, Simon being Simon had a response on social media that I believe he's since deleted. But shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk that grabbed the screenshots. So he posted the People magazine article. And I will say, and we've said this countless times because, we're fair here. We're not going to, twerk on a fence with this. People magazine has always been used as a representation or an outlet utilized by Bravo and NBC Universal. That's why you see them get the exclusives all the time and the, whatever. So he reposted this and in the caption says, "When is People magazine going to realize that they are being used as a propaganda machine to propagate lies?" Here is an excerpt to the Fulton County judge's order. This matter is headed to the appellate court level and a major publication like People magazine is being used to propagate lies. A win is a stretch. Shaking my damn head. He then highlights a portion of what was said in the court. He says under attorney's fees, wife requested an award of attorney's fees and expenses of litigation pursuant of OCGA and other applicable statute. The court hereby denies wife's request for attorney's fees. So ordered this 12th day of September 2024. Simon, we're more focused on that second paragraph that you were intimidating wife and all this other stuff. We believe it all. But at the same time, do we feel sorry for Porsha? On some level we do. But Porsha, here you are again in a situation with a very interesting personality as a husband. Anyways, Simon also highlights another portion. The judge also denied Gabadia's emergency motions regarding discovery and awarded Williams attorneys fees and expenses of litigation to be paid by Gabadia. He's highlighting this from the article of People magazine, and he's saying that is not true. But is the other part true, Simon? I guess only time will tell. Just let her go. Be her peace by letting her go and letting us be free of you as well. I think he knows as soon as he's separated from Porsha, no one will care about Simon Gabadia. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to this legal win, but not so legal win, according to Simon Gabadia in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload.